Naga no go boja mfana. No go boja mfana. Takhi mfana. Ya boja mfana. Ya boja mfana. Maybe I get say we boja ban chore joro tala ma bloma wa thoga next door aye. Eh we boja mfana ban rojo baban chore joro tala ma wa thoga mfana. We thoga melen tu idi mfana. Aku chushe kibila wo boja ma mfana. Yo boja neto mfana. TikTok discovery ya jana ke we ba fa ralo ka bo focalistic ba we bo mamma ba we o phela ntora lo ka bona mfana o skora lo ka le nna na ke ralo ke ba fa dinoro ngongkushi na ke tala mfana ralo ka ba ba ngo ba fa ralo ka le bona ba bo di Michael Jackson o di muno ko di nye ona mela di nye no mboyo skora lo ka nna mfana na senna bana ba we mfana ralo ka bona bo.
And so, on something very interesting, there was a controversial video of musician SHEBESHXT threatening a TikTok-based entertainment commentator, coming after the commentator made comments about SHEBESHXT's one-man show, suggesting that it may have been a disappointment.
I don't think the concept of a one-man show was understood by the person who was organizing Shebe's show that happened over the weekend. Let me explain. There's supposed to be a significant memory that we take home from a one-man show, like an iconic moment, just an emotional moment where we just feel like, like we're speechless at some parts. Like, let me give an example. Something that people took home from Bobby Cooper's show in Times Square, right, was her, like, that moment will never be forgotten. Focalistic atsena ka geto gospel kwa starta nation abata ketsaba dipu tsabatho adifeli wa tlhalwa abethile sutu ngola nthola Julius Malema entsia. Do you understand me? Like, that's an iconic moment. And what's crazy is that I learned that there was rehearsals during the week. Like,
a lot of questions arose about the potential legal consequences of SHEBESHXT's actions and whether or not such actions were against our criminal laws, and if they could land someone in jail. Before we start, I just want to give out a shout out to our artist sponsor for this video, Chase Lassie. Chase Lassie is an upcoming rapper from East London in the Eastern Cape, and you will have an opportunity to hear his song towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. To get back to the video, what is interesting is that our laws incriminate intimidation. According to the Intimidation Act 72 of 1982, any person who, without lawful reason and with intent to compel or induce any person or persons of a particular nature, class, or kind in general to do or abstain from doing any act in any manner threatens to kill, assault, injure, or cause damage to any person or persons of a particular nature, class, or kind shall be guilty of an offense and liable on conviction to a fine not exceeding 40,000 rands or to imprisonment for a period not exceeding 10 years or to both such fine and such imprisonment. It is also important to note that at this point, this section is the only part of the Act that remains, as South Africa's Superior Court declared Section 1, Subsection 2b and Section 1, Subsection 2 of the Act unconstitutional. But the first section of the Act seems to be enough in this case, as there seemingly isn't any lawful reason to explain Shebe's actions, with these actions being recorded on video, which reduces ambiguity, which was essentially one of the reasons why the other sections of the Act were deemed unconstitutional, of which such actions can be interpreted as a threat to unleash violence, based off of Shebe's words, suggesting that the commentator may find out the reasons for his arrest if he doesn't stop talking about him, because it is very well known that Shebe's arrest was as a result of a string of violent crimes. Whereas on the other side, what the TikTok commentator was doing is protected in our constitution, which makes the matter worse, as technically what Shebe is doing is threatening to unleash violence on media personalities for merely exercising their constitutional rights. As detailed before, the potential punishment for such actions are a fine not exceeding 40,000 or imprisonment for a period not exceeding 10 years, which seems to be a hefty punishment to pay for trying to be South Africa's King Von, if you think about it. But you guys let us know what you think about Shebe's actions. Do you feel Shebe still has to come out threatening individuals on camera, which is not so smart at this stage of his career, or do you feel it is part of his character and why people love him? If so, how long do you think he will last before sending himself to jail? But the artist sponsor for this video is Chase Lassie with his song Mene Mene.
Hlangene plan, sakhela uline, impilo esafana, phezu koline. Hlangene plan, sakhela uline, impilo esafana, phezu koline. Dila no mene mene, dlula no pele pele, pokothi khuluphela, bashiya beli mele. Dila no mene mene, dlula no pele pele, pokothi khuluphela, bashiya beli mele.
If you guys want to check out the song as well as the socials, the links will be in the description.